What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. And today for you, surprisingly, I actually have some Marvel stuff. Most of my hauls have been pretty DC heavy, but we actually do have some Marvel stuff today for once. There's still DC in here, and I believe there's some indies, but we're going to start off with a little bit of Marvel. So, I believe most of this stuff I got for $1. Some of it was $2. You'll probably be able to tell which ones are $2 just by the quality of the book. First off, we're starting off with some X Factor. Just picking up some issues from my run. I recently found out that I have 75 out of the 149. So that's pretty good. And the person that I bought all these from and whatnot told me to give them the numbers that I needed because they were going to go to a place where they know they can find books for like 50 cents or something, and they'd give the books to me for really cheap, so I appreciate that. I haven't heard back from them yet, so hopefully they were able to find at least a few issues that I needed. If not, no big deal. But we got issue 132, 133. I don't want to say I absolutely hated the artwork around this time of Marvel, but I'm not a fan. Late 90s Marvel artwork, man, it's like almost all the titles in the late 90s were drawn this way, and it does not look great. It's just super cartoonish. This one's not so bad. I mean, Wild Child looks a little weird there, but Polaris and Mystique look okay. This is issue 134. 145. That one's okay. That one looks normal. 147. Then we got a little bit of DC in the mix. Action Comics 826. Really nice cover with Superman and Shazam. This is a cool one. Action Comics 802. Done in the style of like the animated series. I thought I didn't have this, but I recently went looking through my boxes and I found out that I did. This is Dark X-Men #1 from the Utopia story. So this one's going to go in my big pile that I have of stuff to get rid of. I'll have more on that later. I love this era of X Factor around here. The Will Sportasio covers, so nice. Issue 65. Got some nice Alex Ross, Avengers Invaders, issue 3 of 12. I'm kind of confused what Dynamite has to do with this series. Invaders are a Marvel property and Avengers are a Marvel property, so I'm not really sure how Dynamite comes into play here. Action Comics 687. Everybody's got one of these, I think. And the other colors. I used to have one of these. So, I'm getting it back now. I think there's 2 covers to this issue. I think the one has like a fetus-looking thing on it. I think that might be the main cover. And then you got the die-cut cover. Key Collector used to say this was the first appearance of the Eradicator. Now they just say it's his first solo story. So, whichever it is, it doesn't matter. We got Superman 87, part of the Bizarro's World story. I think that was just a 2-issue story. I have the other one in here somewhere. X Factor 111. I think this may also be a duplicate for me, but I'm not super sure now that I think about it. Because on where I put my comics into, it's already going to say I have 1 copy, and I wouldn't have put in a second one because I'm not going to keep it, so not really sure now. I'm pretty sure that I do already have a copy of this, though, because the cover looks very familiar. Got some Wolverine from the... I was going to say Volume 2, but technically... Volume 2. I was going to say Volume 1, but technically it is Volume 2. The first ongoing series. This is issue 73. Pretty sure I got this for $1. I don't think I paid $2, which was kind of surprising. 36, that's a really nice cover there. It's a Mark Silvestri cover, I think. And then there's... Oh no, this is part 3 of Bizarro's World. Okay, I think I'm missing part 2 then. This is Action Comics 697. Here's a book that I didn't know I had, Generation X number 43, and when I saw it I was like, oh, that's a really nice Emma Frost cover. And I've been picking up the Emma Frost covers lately, and I went to where I have my comics on a database, and I looked and I already have it, so I do not remember buying it at all. I have no clue where it is, but if I put it in there, I assume I have it, so. More X Factor, issue 148, that's the second to last issue. I do have the last issue. Kind of interesting they chose to end it at 149 instead of 150. Then we got Avengers 368. This is part 1 of Blood Ties. I don't particularly collect Avengers, but I did like the Blood Ties story, and it was a X-Men crossover, so I figured I'd pick it up for $1. Got X Factor 129. 130, that's a nice Mystique cover. I think this one might have been $2. Super Friends number 11. I don't think I've ever seen the Super Friends books. I've seen the Super Powers books, but I think this is the first Super Friends book I've ever actually come across. This one may have also been $2, which, I mean, might be, I don't know. I have no clue what this book goes for. I've never seen it before. It could be a little much. It may be only like $1 book, but, you know, it's not a big deal. Superboy number 1. From the Con-El series. I have no clue what volume that would be. I can't remember if I paid $2 or $1 for this, but either way is a great deal. X Factor 92 with that hologram thing on there. Everywhere that I've been to locally that has this book and the X-Men ones, they want at least $10 for it, which I don't want to pay because I don't think they're worth that. I mean, maybe they've jumped up in value, but I know they used to be not worth like anything because they were just like a 90s gimmick. Maybe they're worth something now, but I personally don't feel comfortable paying $8, $10, $12 for this book. But I needed it for the X Factor run, and getting it for $1 or $2 was great, so got that one. I need the other ones. I think there might be one for Excalibur. I don't really care about that one too much. I'm kind of looking at getting rid of a lot of my Excalibur books. I don't have a ton of the run, but I do have a little bit good chunk of it. The ones with Kitty Pryde on them I'll keep because she's one of my favorite characters, but the rest of them I'll probably dump off. I'm just not a fan of Excalibur. I was trying to collect like a lot of the main X titles, but I'm just not an Excalibur fan. X Factor 108, another awesome Mystique cover. This was a cool get for $2. I think it was only $2. Weird War Tales number 8. It is a Neal Adams cover. I don't typically collect war books. I do like some of the Weird War Tales one because they're like, you know, got like monsters and stuff. Plus, you know, a Neal Adams cover. One of my favorite Silver Age artists, so wasn't going to pass that up. Well, Bronze Age he was into, so yeah, Silver and Bronze. This I know was only $1, I'm pretty sure. OMAC number 4. Awesome Jack Kirby stuff here. And I also got number 5. I just realized there was another book. Booster Gold number 6. This is the origin of Booster Gold. I actually have Booster Gold number 1, and it's been climbing up in value. So, kind of sucks for anybody who gets interested by the character because if he's in a movie or whatever it is, if you want it, you're going to have to pay a steep price. It used to be like a $20 book. I can tell you that's what I got it for, but that was a few years ago. So we got some more Infinity Inc. for this haul. Issue 18. Seems like a lot of these issues were Crisis on Infinite Earths crossovers. I guess Crisis did go on for a while. Was Crisis like a 12-issue series? So yeah, it went on for like a year. Here's a nice key, not in the greatest shape, but it was cheap and I didn't have it, so you know, it's a placeholder for the run. This is the third appearance of Gambit, Uncanny X-Men 267. I'll show you its issues. It's got quite a few spine ticks. And then it's got some wear up here. And down there looks okay mostly, but yeah, it's a nice, affordable copy to have for now. It is, I think, typically like a $15 book around there, maybe even a little higher, so it's cool to have until I can find a better copy. We got Superman, Speeding Bullets. This is an Elseworlds tale. This is where it's basically a what if Superman landed in Gotham instead of Smallville. And I think it was Thomas and Martha Wayne that found him. And, you know, of course, he ends up becoming Batman. I think I may have read this at some point. I don't remember. But it is a really cool one. I like to collect the Elseworlds stuff. We got Justice League number 3. I've heard that this series has been rising in value because it's the series that James Gunn is most fond of, and it's most likely the Justice League he would bring to the screen. I mean, so far we have heard that he's bringing Guy Gardner into the Superman movie. I'm not sure about the other characters. So, that kind of sucks for me, though, because I also really like this run, and if the price goes up, it's going to be harder to collect. But right now, thankfully, they are still mostly dollar books, with the exception of a few keys. We got Batman 669. Nothing significant about that. X-Men Deadly Genesis number 2. This is the first appearance of Darwin. Darwin was, of course, in the X-Men First Class movie. He got killed off, which I've seen the joke made that it's ironic that they killed him off in a movie because he's the one character in the comics that can't really die. But yeah, it's a cool first appearance to have. You know, he's been like a mainstay in X-Men over the last 20 years. I'm not quite sure where he is right now in the X-Men canon, but I'm sure he'll pop back up. Speaking of superpowers earlier, here's Superpowers number 2. There was like 3 volumes of this. I don't know which one this is. It's issue 2 of 6. Here's a cool older Legion of Superheroes. This is number 1, actually. Again, not sure which volume it is. It has its wear, but it's a cool book to get for like $1 or $2. Action Comics 438. Love this cover, and it's surprisingly pretty clean, actually. Give you a little show here. Yeah, it's surprisingly clean. I should probably put it in a bag and board to keep it clean, but I've run out of bags and boards because I have so much to bag and board still that I keep running out. They only give you 100 boards per purchase. Batman 675. Detective Comics 857. That's a nice Batwoman cover. Justice League number 6. Adventures of Superman issue 430. Action Comics 587. And then here's a Secret Society of Supervillains number 2. Got another nice Alex Ross cover. This is Justice number 1. Then we got some George Perez Wonder Woman issue 44. 41. Some of these bigger Batmans, I think I have 2 of them. Maybe just 1, I don't know. Batman 256, I really like the 100-page DC books. Even the newer ones. I do have another one. What is this? Issue... Oh, this isn't this isn't part of the Batman series. This is a 100-page Super Spectacular. I think it's issue 14 I remember seeing, and there is a 14 up there. It says DC-14. So I think that's the issue number for this one. Really cool. Then I found Superman Doomsday Wars book 3 of 3. It's a thicker book. This was the only part of this series that the seller had. For some reason, I kind of thought it may have tied in with two Doomsday books that I got earlier that were book 1 and 2, but it's a different series. I guess there was two, like, more premiere format Superman Doomsday series. And then we got Action Comics 846. I think this is where Christopher Kent is revealed to be Lord Zod, the son of General Zod. I'm not too sure on that. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself on the screen. But I believe that's the key about this. A nice little key there. So next up, we have some Whatnot Con pickups. Not some, actually, a lot. I pretty much just was on one stream for Whatnot Con. Buy for them a lot. They were doing a 24-hour stream with a whole bunch of different games. You know, there was a claim sale, there was like a mystery bag game, there was a spin the wheel game. There was a game where they put up a few books on screen, and if you won the auction, you got to choose which book, and then you chose a number, and they pulled something out of the pool box, and if it had a sticker on it or whatever, you would get something from the wall. So just bunch of stuff like that. I have a big stack of stuff from that, and I have another stack that's just as big of stuff that I'm not going to keep, because a lot of times, you know, in those mystery games, you'll get stuff that you're not into, which most of the Marvel stuff I put in there, because a lot of those stuff I'm just not into. There is some decent stuff, like I think there is a Scarlet Witch con exclusive. It's the trade, though, not the version, so it's not worth as much, but there's some cool stuff that I'm going to get rid of. I'm not sure what to do with it. I have a big box full of it. I went through and also took out some stuff from my collection. Just some titles that I was reading a while ago and I didn't like. I put those in there, like X-Men Red and a couple other of those mini-series. But, so yeah, I'm not sure what to do with that. Might just sell it on eBay as it is, just a big lot. I don't want to sell it on Whatnot because I don't want to do the onboarding stuff, and I also don't have like a steady inventory to sell all the time, so, and I don't know if me doing a YouTube auction would really garner any interest. So I mean, if that is something you're interested in, let me know. But anyway, let's get to the actual books I'm keeping. We got Harley Quinn number 3 from Rebirth. I got a lot of Harley Quinn. I got a lot more coming. I just love these Amanda Conner Harley Quinn covers. I got Batman 48 from the New 52. Harley Quinn 29. This is a facsimile of Batman 181, the first appearance of Poison Ivy. Batman Santa Claus Silent Night issue 4. This is a variant with Wonder Woman. I saw that when it came out and I wanted it, but I was like, you know, I didn't start reading at issue 1. I don't want to just grab it for the variant. I don't like to do that. I think this was a giveaway I won at some point. G.I. Joe versus Transformers. I don't know that it's the full set, but it's the Art of War. I know they had several versus series. This is Devil's Due did this one. This is issue 4. I think this one is the main cover, but most of these I think are variants. Number 2. And number 1. I know that one's a variant. I think the last one I showed you was a variant. Got a Batgirl number 35. Nice Red Sonja number 1. Not sure who did that cover. It kind of looks like Kevin Eastman, though. But I didn't actually open it up. I'm sure if I opened it up, I could have figured it out. But maybe not, because it's a variant. I looked on Key Collector because they have it now where it doesn't have to be a key for it to be on Key Collector. They had this variant, but they didn't have who the cover artist was. And I don't think this was a ratio, but I'm not positive. I'll put it on the screen if it was. Actually, I lied. It's on the back of the board here. It's 1 and 5. Got Amazing Spider-Man 354. Just a nice Spider-Man book to pick up. I do still like to collect old Amazing Spider-Man on and off. The new stuff, man, I'm a little disgusted with, I'm not gonna lie. The current run of Amazing Spider-Man has really turned me off from Spider-Man. I haven't read Ultimate Spider-Man. The premise didn't seem interesting to me. I've heard great things about it, which is good. I'm glad that people have a Peter Parker they can enjoy. But, and it would be hard to get on now, too, because the Ultimate Spider-Man books are so hot. It's impossible to even find them. Got Avengers #1. This is a nice Scarlet Witch variant. Whoops. Uncanny Spider-Man #5. This is a Peach Momoko variant. I want to say this might have been one of the variants that people were making fun of Peach Momoko for, but it's supposed to be like a Nightmare variant, so it's supposed to look weird. I know people were making fun of Peach Momoko for that interesting Wolverine variant a while back, and I can understand that one. That one was something, but this one I don't see the hate for. It's supposed to look weird. And then, I believe this was a swap out because I had a duplicate book or something. This is Warrior Nun Arella and Evangeline, I think it is, issue 1. They had 2 series. I'm not sure which one this is. This is issue... Yeah, I said issue 1. I think this is what the main cover looks like. I don't think this is a Virgin. I'm not sure, though. We got Batgirls #18. That's a nice variant there. Not sure who did that one. Oh, so I got this in one of the games. It was what they called a goddess bag, which is basically just a bunch of higher value covers or titles with women on the cover. So this is White Widow #1 variant. This is the local comic shop day. I typically wouldn't keep this, but I do think it's cool that it's a local comic shop day variant. Catwoman #52, I think this is the first appearance of Iko Hasegawa as Catwoman, so a minor key there. Oh, this was such a cool cover. I saw someone else get this out of one of the games, and thankfully there was a second copy that I got out of the game. Peacemaker Tries Hard #1, it's supposed to look like a VHS box cover. Really like that. Peacemaker's kind of growing on me. I think it helps that I was a really big John Cena fan when I was a kid. But yeah, Peacemaker's kind of starting to grow on me as a character. Wasn't real big fan of him in the Suicide Squad movie. I'm starting to come around to him, though. We got Batman 3 Jokers issue 3. This is the Killing Joke variant. I had another variant of this. I can't remember what it was. There's so many variants for the 3 Jokers ones. I only kept this one because I'm a fan of the Killing Joke book. Superman Red and Blue issue 2. I debated on keeping this because typically I don't like to grab issues in the middle of a run, but it is a really nice cover, so I will hang on to it. Thor #19, I believe this is from the Donny Cates run. This is a variant. Not sure who did it. I really like it, though. Batman 89 Echoes issue 1. This is one of those action figure variants. I actually wanted to read Batman 89 Echoes, but I missed out. Well, it's still going on. I think issue 3 is going to come out sometime. I believe it was delayed, though, because I think issue 1 came out in December. Issue 2 didn't come out till fairly recently, so I'm not sure what happened there. But yeah, it's a cool variant. And then this is a really cool variant, Catwoman issue 60. I assume it's supposed to look like one of those old pulp or noir movie posters. We got Batman #5 facsimile. I'm not sure what's significant about this for them to reprint it. It's a really cool book, though. We got Venom #2. This is actually a bit older. I think this was like the 2016 run. Kind of weird to say that it's old if it was 2016, but that was 8 years ago now. Batman Joker Warzone. This is a one-shot. I used to have this. I want to say there may be some minor keys to it. If so, I'll put it on screen. Danny Ketch Ghost Rider #3. I have this whole Danny Ketch miniseries. Really, really nice cover, variant cover there. Got some of these Cartoon Network books. This is Cartoon Network Block Party #43. I accidentally bought 2 of these. Thankfully my girlfriend wanted the other one, so I'm not stuck with 2. So this one features Powerpuff Girls, Camp Lazlo, and I don't remember this show. Is it My Gym Partner's a Monkey? I don't know. I remember, like, these characters, but I don't remember the name of the show. That might be it. Then we got Cartoon Network Action Pack #21 with Codename Kids Next Door and Ben 10. These Cartoon Network books have some value, man. I never knew until I started watching the Buy More shows, because one of the people affiliated with Buy More, she does cartoon shows, and yeah, they sell for like $5, $10, sometimes even higher. The Scooby-Doo books, man, they're expensive too. Here's a Cartoon Network starring issue 8 with Johnny Bravo. This was a funny one. It was only $5, so I couldn't pass it up. Archie Meets Kiss. They didn't have this on Key Collector, surprisingly. They have all the others. There's Archie Meets the Ramones, Archie Meets the B-52s, Archie Meets Punisher, Archie Meets Predator, Archie Meets Batman 66, but they don't have this one. But cool book. Tick and Artie #2. This book has some dirt on it, but that's alright. It's hard to find Tick books, so I'll take it. We got some Darkwing Duck. Darkwing Duck #1. I think this was a 1 in 25 variant. Obviously, it's supposed to look like a VHS cover. I'd say on the back. No. And then this one, I don't think this was a ratio variant. Got some Mighty Mouse #1. This one's got a little beat up, but it's cool. I've never seen it before. This is a really cool cover. Marvel Age 121 with Ren and Stimpy on it. Little Christmas action. We got another Harley Quinn issue 30. This tells you how old it is. It's promoting the Suicide Squad movie, the first one. We got Harley's Little Black Book #2 with Green Lantern. I think this is going to be another long video. We got Batgirls #19. Harley's Little Black Book #5 with Superman. I believe it's parodying the Superman vs. Muhammad Ali book. Also, I think that's Obama right there, Michelle Obama. I wonder if there's any more Easter eggs on here. I don't particularly see any. I mean, Batman's right there, of course, but... Harley Quinn #10 from the New 52. Harley Quinn Road Trip Special #1. Harley Quinn #12 with Power Girl. Harley 23 from Rebirth. Detective Comics 990, nice foil cover there. Can't really see it too well there. Harley Quinn Black, White, and Redder #3. I think I have one of the other issues from this series. Batman 33 from the New 52. This is the final part of the Zero Year story. Really, really liked that story. Harley Quinn 19 from Rebirth. Catwoman 50. I think this may be the first appearance of that girl earlier whose name I said that becomes Catwoman. I know it started with an M. Harley 24. Amazing Spider-Man 353. I think that was another part to that issue I showed you earlier. There's a Negaduck #3. I can't remember if this is a variant or the main cover. It looks like a variant, but I'm not sure. Oh, there's another one. We got Kang the Conqueror number 5 variant. Only reason I kept this is because Rogue's on the cover. We got a 100-page Giant Flash number 3. Batgirls number 18. Carnage number 13 variant with Eddie Brock. There's Batman Santa Claus Silent Night number 1. This is the main cover. And you can see Superman is reading this boy a... can't tell what issue of Batman it is. It's obviously one from the 40s with Batman, Robin, and Santa Claus. That's a fun little Easter egg. Batman and Robin number 4. This is a variant promoting the Batman Santa Claus Silent Night. What I found interesting is this logo made me think it was the old series from the 2000s, but this is actually from the current series, I think. So I'm not sure why they did that logo like that. I thought this was so cool. What if Dark Venom number 1? I guess this is what if Thing had become Venom, and it's parodying This Man, This Monster cover. Really awesome. We got Berserker number 1, the foil cover of it. This is Keanu Reeves' book. Cool stuff. I think it may have been adapted for a movie or TV, not sure. Not a Comic Tom fan. I think I may have won this in a giveaway. This is one of those Whatnot books. It's Crashdown. I think it might be issue 1. The sole reason I kept it is because it's supposed to be like an old NES cover. I think it's supposed to be like Metroid. So that's the sole reason I kept it. Deadpool Black, White, and Blood number 1. There's a Wonder Woman number 1 facsimile. And then we got Avengers Inc. number 5. This is a 50 Years of Wolverine variant. Obviously, it's supposed to be the Infinity Gauntlet, but instead you got Wolverine. I really liked that one. Now we're going to get on to some bigger Whatnot Con books. So these are some of the Whatnot Con exclusives. This is the Rob Liefeld X-Men 97 number 1 variant. I have the trade, and I have the Virgin. I know there was a bunch of Rob Liefeld exclusives. There was some foil one that he signed that I saw sold for like $500 on eBay. There's a silver foil. There was a whole bunch. I don't know if I buy into all the Whatnot Con exclusives. You know, I know a lot of people were skeptical of them. These are really cool covers, and I won them. I didn't actually... Well, I mean, technically, I paid for them, yes, but I won them, you know. I'm not a huge Liefeld fan. I do like these covers, so I have no horse in this race, I guess. I think this is a con exclusive as well, Batman 181. It's obviously a facsimile, but it's a variant cover for it. And then I pulled like 3 different Swamp Thing con exclusives, which one of them is in here, so they replaced them with some nice John Byrne Wonder Woman here. We got issue 118. There's another one in here somewhere. This is the Kevin Eastman Wolverine. This is the Virgin. I believe this is like a $30 book. I think I did have 2 of them at one point. Again, they replaced that with another book for me. They recommended keeping it since it was like a $30 book, but I mean, I'm not really interested in the hassle of trying to sell it. I'd rather just have something I want, which one of these is enough for me. There's an Adam Hughes Wonder Woman. That's $192. There's the Swamp Thing. I think the Virgin is worth more, which it typically is. This is a facsimile of Swamp Thing number 1, just with a variant. It's a nice cover. This was a hot book a week ago. I have no clue if it still is. I haven't looked it up in a while. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees. I think this is issue 1. It's a Grateful Dead homage. Last I saw, it was selling for $80. And I'm very conflicted. You know, like, you know, $80 is awesome, and if it keeps going up, I might have to sell it, but at the same time, it is a cool cover. I like the concept of the series. The series is about a town of anthropomorphic animals, and there's a serial killer loose among them. I'm not a huge Grateful Dead fan, so that part doesn't really play much for me. So I'm kind of conflicted. I mean, if it gets high enough, I think I'll sell it. Because, you know, for the right price, everything can go. But, yeah, I'd prefer to keep it, but if it does get high enough, I think I'll sell it. Because with the money I can make off this, I could probably buy the whole set of the cover A's, which is like 6 issues. So, we'll see. Nice Tyler Kirkham, Something is Killing the Children exclusive. This is issue 21. Really like that cover. And then there's the rest of the stuff from the Goddess bag I was talking about earlier. This is Women of Marvel #1 variant. Not a huge fan of this variant. I think the sole reason I'm keeping it is because Emma Frost is on the cover. Some more Adam Hughes Wonder Woman, that's issue 159. This was one of the wall books I hit. Batman Aliens 2, issue 3 of 3. Nice cover there. Amazing Spider-Man #26, nice variant with Spider-Gwen there. I think that might be a New York Comic Con exclusive, I don't remember. This was a Whatnot Con thing. I don't know, it's really weird the way they did this. They put, like, obviously the Whatnot logo over, it's a Whatnot book. I forget what it's called, that's the main cover there. I think it's We Live. It has something to do with a bunch of children being saved in a post-apocalyptic world and taken to another planet. I don't really know. This one doesn't have much value. I like the premise of it again, so I'll hang on to it. And then finally, I did hit a slab on one of the game shows, so I'll show it off to you now. This is a Something is Killing the Children #11 Black Cape Comics edition Virgin. It is a Zoo Orzu cover in a 9.8. Originally, I wasn't planning to keep this, but when I got it, I thought the cover was just so cool that I would hang on to it. And I actually played another game recently, and I won another slab that will be in the next video, probably. So that's going to do it for me. I hope you all enjoyed. It was another longer video. If you did enjoy it, please like, please subscribe, you know, leave your comments. See you all in the next one. Peace.